Yep.
What do you think of that?
Going to be I don't know what to think of that. It's an This is a type of comp I've not seen before. This is weird.
Welcome to Symbiote Gaming, my friend.
I like Symbiote Gaming already.
They've been the pioneers of so much cheese in this game. It's really hard sometimes to just remember that they don't really play typically. They bring so many new talents and so many new combos to the table. I'm very interested to see how a double specialist comp will work out for them, because it is the Dragonshire, and the specialists that they've selected do have really good lane presence. They got great teamfight potential, and the wombo that we can set up here is absolutely going to be massive. So, Symbiote Gaming, ladies and gentlemen, on your blue, Dreadnought, Soldier, KO, Arthalon, and Mad Timmy Mad Heels on the Brightwing.
And on the right-hand side, in the red trunks, it is Barrel Boys. In the top lane on Stitches, we have Fury. In the mid lane on the Valor, it is Base Drop with that money pick. And in the party lane, it is Equinox on the Kerrigan, Blinks on the Malfurion, and Trummel will be playing the Falstad with the Master Skin.
Yep,
actually, is that a Master Skin on Malfurion as well? I think
that is.
With the, I think the skull's the Master Skin.
The horns give it away.
Yeah. So yeah, 2 Master Skins.
All those holes. Well, these guys play a lot, and when I say a lot, Nazebo has his pretty hot right there as well. Yeah, Fury with the crown. He's the king, so to speak. Angelic Vala and regular Tychus there in the mid. In terms of the talents, look at the Zagara first pick, Demolitionist.
They plan to be pushing very hard. And they can do this. They've already pushed the wave up with, like you said, the double specialist with both Nazebo and Zagara. They're going to push this up pretty hard, but Zagara has suddenly decided that she wants to leave just to place down some creep tumors, get some vision. And those roaches are actually going to spot Kerrigan there.
Yeah, some really good placement of not only the wards, but of course your summonable units. They're like mobile little wards. So the creep tumors, we don't really have that kind of option like other MOBAs do, but the Zagara can definitely put up a lot of map presence, a lot of map control because of that. Even with the Nidus Worms later on, you can still use those for vision just by default.
Yeah, this is true. They're good for vision. They're actually good for blocking off certain locations, which I've seen in the past. Mostly a solo queue trick, but it's kind of fun to see. Top lane, pretty much an even fight. Arthas and Stitches just dueling over minions right now. But currently, both shrines have gone over to Barrel Boys. Oh, Blinks. Those Balings. All of them hit him. Valor thinking about going for it, but Tychus is there, is able to grenade her, and we did see both shrines currently going over to Symbiote Gaming.
Yeah, Dreadnought did not win out that first shrine, but he was definitely winning the hit point battles up against that Stitches. And, Arthas versus the Stitches, if you don't sit in the vile gas that he generates, I think Arthas is going to have a good time there. But Equinox not going to have a good time. He's getting body blocked pretty hard here. Still alive, almost able to take down Mad Timmy. But it will be the first blood going the way of Kerrigan after all. And Arthalon, low hit points. Mad Timmy, low hit points. But a kill is a kill is a kill.
Base drop, though. Base drop's being chased down with the overdrive. One more hit! It's the Death Coil that is able to take out the Valor there. And we did see Falstad immediately dashing away because he realized, oh god, this is very dangerous. I need to go back and get some health. But this is going to give Arthalon and KO a lot of freedom to just push this lane up.
Yeah, and Dreadnought came down all the way from the top just to get that kill on top of the Valor. So he's back into the top lane. Advantage in terms of experience has gone the way of SMG just slightly. And about a quarter of a level. But Equinox is going to come up top. Dodge! The dodge from Dreadnought means that the Arthas is going to walk out of that one. But top shrine is going to be held by the barrels for now.
Yeah, Barrel Boys keeping control of that, preventing Symbiote from grabbing their first dragon. Same in the bot lane, however. We are currently seeing Barrel Boys attempting to take it, but Blinks gets blocked in, but did not attempt to get out in time and was polymorphed on the way out, but it was not enough to prevent his escape. Second set of Giants have gone over to Barrel Boys. They're going to use this to defend the Giants of Symbiote.
Was that the Trummel bribe?
I think it was.
Yeah, it was.
No, it isn't. He still has 2 bribes. Oh, no, yeah, he is. It was empty.
He had 0 bribe stacks.
Yeah, I read it wrong. He had 2 minions on his bribe.
That's not exactly the same as 2 bribe stacks. Level 7s are coming out now as well. You got Envenom there on the Zagara as well as that rapid incubation. So you're looking for that extra burst. You're looking for that lane presence. Anything else really kind of strange out and about? We do got the Gidbin here on our Nazebo. Usually here in NA, it's either going to be the Gidbin, the Mule, or Merklord, believe it or not. But I think the Merklord craze is over.
Yeah, Merklord is still nice to see now and again, and we still do see it quite a bit in the EU. But if you're taking Merklord, it's almost every single time going to be on a Nubarak. Terminal gets shielded just in time to keep him alive, and the push from Symbiote Gaming continues. Trumbull having to be out. Arcane Shot almost picks him off. He's backing up Zagara, maybe thinking about throwing some roaches over there, but they're not going to be able to get him in the mid lane though. We're seeing a bit of a fight. Soldier being dropped low. Valor with the chase onto Dreadnought, but Arthalon comes in to dissuade this chase, and is just going to hold this lane to get a bit more XP. Equinox, though, might be looking to change that.
Yeah, but we threw down those roaches immediately into that bush, and it saw him, and he knew it. And yeah, things are not really going the way of Barrels. They've been putting up a lot of pressure on the map, but in terms of kills, they're still struggling. It's 2 kills, 0, and they're still about that quarter of a level down, which means that we're going to hit 10 first for Symbiote, and that could be, depending on the situation at the time, a very devastating outcome.
Yeah, but they hit 10 while going on the aggressive, which is what they're going to be attempting to do here. Yep, here they come immediately charging in while there is a minion wave being taken. Blinks gets walled in by the zombies, heals himself though, and the shield is able to keep him alive. Level 10 was not hit though, which means any kind of counter attack coming from Barrel Boys will hit at level 10. Oh, the minion waves are just clearing. Zagara has grabbed the top shrine to prevent a Dragon Knight here. And there is level 10 coming from Symbiote if they want to fight. Now's the time, just before level 10s are up for Barrel Boys, but it doesn't look like they want to try and force it. They're just going to push up, attempt to get a base drop, but base drop is easily out of there. Ult's now available for both teams.
I think that was a missed advantage right there. I mean, Vala had free reign in the mid and didn't take down that dragon, but now Equinox is about to drop. He did get that level 10 before he did bite the bullet, but at the same time, I don't think Trumbull's actually going to be getting out of that one alive, and he is not. 2 more kills going the way of Symbiote. You saw the strafe there just at the edge of the screen there from base drop, but both shrines now going to go the way of blue, and I don't think Vala can just hold this at all.
She can poke it for a while. Oh no,
she has no mana.
Yeah, she has enough, I think, for like one more ability, but instead, she's just going to die. Yep. And there she goes.
So again, I think that was a big wasted thing. You know, you said that they're really going to go on the advantage, and they pushed in the bottom, and Vala had a very big opportunity to take a dragon, and she didn't. And now the dragon is going the way of SMG, and Zagara was able to do things, and Cursed Fury apparently actually kills out Zagara in the top lane. That must have been a hook into a gorge, because he got hooked behind the lane.
Yeah, because the corpse is inside the base, so I'm assuming that is what happened. And wow, KO has already lost almost all the health on this Dragon Knight.
Barrel Boys actually with the supreme defense. They take out the pressure top. There's no more pressure mid because the KO has no health on that. They lost 1 tower. I mean, they lost the gate bottom, but that was way before the Dragon Knight anyways. So overall, not really a terrible situation for Barrels.
No, they are holding up surprisingly well considering the amount of things that have actually gone wrong for them this game, and they're actually able to steal these mercenaries from Symbiote, which KO and Arthalon are going to have to deal with, but due to the fact that they are both technically specialists with jungling abilities, they're able to clear that supremely quick, and in response to that, Barrel Boys are just going to take their own mercenaries.
Yeah, and this is something that Tuark had a lot of trouble with. They couldn't take any mercenaries whatsoever. Barrels do not seem to actually suffer that kind of same fate, but we do got the bruisers now pushing up into the bottom lane. This fort is basically on the menu because we got no mules on either side, so a half health fort with lots of creeps pushing down on it means it's a very big target right now.
Oh, but there's the hook onto Dreadnought. Amazing hook where the Ravenous Spirit does come in, and there is the Devouring Maw as well, which is still going to come up at the time the Ravenous Spirit is still up, and Fury is going to go down. Dreadnought comes out of Fury there and immediately turns onto Trouble, and that was a great fight by Symbiote, just dominating that with using their huge AoE ultimates. And this is not looking good for Barrel Boys already. They've had to pull back into their base after that fight. Dreadnought being dropped quite low. The Maelstrom is not up, though, for Equinox, and still able to get the kill, though.
Yeah, I mean, we started off that fight with the hook on top of Dreadnought, and even then they were able to take home 3 kills. 4, I think, with Equinox. No, Equinox, he didn't die. His Maelstrom is actually up.
Yeah,
Either
up.
way.
I don't think it was up when he engaged, and he just chose not to use it.
Yeah. Either way, SMG got initiated on. They were still able to turn it around. And, that talent tier advantage came out pretty big because we just hit the 13 during all that for for Barrel Boys. And now we're actually looking at that level 16 talent. Is pretty eminent here for SMG.
Yep, SMG about to be hitting that quite soon. But in the meantime, we are seeing them just hold the mid lane. We got a retreat ping from someone. I'm not sure who that was from. But Shrine's currently going a bit split for both teams. Neither team gaining the advantage there. Equinox using her pull to clear up some of the creep.
So it is a Maw, right? Yeah, it is Devouring Maw.
Yes.
There's no Nidus here this time, so it's not going to be a split pushing Zagara. But Arthalon really does like the Maw because he does like to try to set up those wombos. But they haven't really needed that wombo pressure. Now with those 16 talent tiers coming in, look at this. 2 stone skins. We got the Criterize and the Rewind there for the Brightwing, not really a surprise. And the double Hunter Killers coming out for Zagara. Like, those Hydralisks are just going to be massively annoying.
Yep, it is almost a direct counter to someone like Fala. Just double Hunter Killering on her, and suddenly she's pretty much disabled. She has to run away or clear them and use her abilities on them.
Yep. That's always what I hated about Zagara, just like the fact that you can get so much free damage and free pressure just from these throwaway units. But hey, that's why some people like to pick her. So
yeah, she is very nice. But oh god, Kalo does get hooked there. There's the Maelstrom and the Strafe. So much damage coming out of Barrel Boys. They're actually going to be able to clear this up. Dreadnought will go down too, and that's a 4-for-0. They're just going to push down. They're just going to grab the Shrines here and try and take the hold of this advantage. And that was a great fight for them. Everything went their way there, except that Tychus was able to run away like a little girly man.
What's wrong, little girly man?
Little girly man, why you run? No.
Didn't have his Odin. Well, that's a lie. He probably did because it's still up. But a fantastic pickoff. I mean, Barrels coming out into the back of that one. I mean, they got the hook on top of Kaio, which means that there was no Ravenous Spirit, there was no zombie walls whatsoever. The Shockanaw did amazing amount of damage throughout the entire core there of SMG, and by the time KO came back out, they were 2-man down. This is actually a fantastic position for the Barrels, because now they're 16.
The mercenary they stole as well was actually helping kill that fort. It was great positioning and timing there.
They stole the Mercs, they got the Dragonite, they got 4 kills, a fort on top of that. Now they're going in for another tower here. That actually puts them in the experience advantage. And all that early game advantage is now just all for naught here from Cloud9.
Yep, and they're looking for another fort here, but everyone from Symbiote is now up. Ults are almost pretty much all down for Barrel Boys here. They need to be so careful. Symbiote, theirs will be coming up far sooner, and they will probably be looking for the re-engagement here. Base Drop using as much of that help as possible, but Kiko gets hooked again! This is so bad. Base Drop's just holding back the rest of the team. There's the Shock and Awe! KO goes down, and Barrel Boys turning this around. They have pretty much no ults left, but it doesn't matter. They're just charging in. The Devouring Maw is available. The root hits no one. 4 goes down, and it's Dreadnought that is getting hooked. I was about to say, where's the Ravenous? He's dead. Base Drop using Strafe to try and take out Dreadnought.
That Maw.
Dreadnought's just charging everything. The Maw gets 3 members, but there is the Tranquility straight out of it. And everyone gains back all the health they lost from its soldier. Is on the run, gets hooked back in. The Odin will go down. Is able to dodge the root, though. And he will get out of this alive. But down goes another 4 and all the buildings surrounding it. And Barrel Boys are in control of this game. They're going to start taking Mercs.
A very quick turnaround. I mean, within one fight and a Dragon Knight, we are now almost up an entire level instead of being down a level here for the Barrels. And now they're getting kills. These hooks are starting to come out huge because that's 2 fights in a row. Ravenous has just been sitting there idle, not ticking away on cooldown, not adding any kind of damage to the roster and by the end of it all. And as soon as we hit 16, look at what Vala has for 16. Executioner.
That is going to be fantastic combined with some of the roots here from Barrel Boys. The roots
and Kerrigan. Yeah,
and Kerrigan. It's going to be just mental. Like, if I will be honest, even if they win this game, if Symbiote don't ban Stitch's next game, I just don't know what they're doing.
Well, I mean, this is probably why you see a lot of Stitch's bans, especially on these maps, because if your positioning isn't godlike, you are going to get picked and you are going to go down. And Barrels have finally started making that happen. I mean, the first sets of picks in these games were all on Dreadnought, and we even saw that, the return hook there on Dreadnought in the middle of that fight. He still didn't die. But if you get somebody like Kaio, you get somebody like Brightwing, like Mad Timmy, you are going to have a field day.
Okay, I think they thought that, you can see there, they thought Symbiote was still pushing up, but Symbiote making the correct decision, backing up and playing it safe. Brightwing
Shrines are
already in position to grab the shrine. The rest of the team getting ready to contest mid or bottom lane and try and grab some of the members of Barrel Boys as they head up to that top lane. Brightwing has come down as well. They're all ready, and look at where KO is positioned. He's like, I don't want to get hooked.
Yeah, not whatsoever. He is 3 blocks away from this.
Oh, here we go. Here is the fight. Yeah, he's trying to position. Curse Fury, his hook is still up. There is the polymorph on him. Odin has been used. And where is Nazibo? He's trying to position himself. He's not even using his ability. There it is. Finally seeing the Ravenous Spirit, and he's getting the damage down. He's used it into the Tranquility, though. Tranquility's healing back a lot of that damage. There's the Maw. Doesn't hit anyone. And we did see Kerrigan go down, though. But can they get the counter kill onto Soldier? Yes, they do. And that is a 1-for-1. Barrel Boys still doing pretty well. They're going to be able to grab this bottom shrine. And Falstad, I believe he has fly. Yes, he does. He can fly up to this top lane to grab that shrine. And that might be another Dragon Knight. But instead, they're going to contest these mercenaries.
Yeah, and contesting the Mercs before the Dragon Knight comes out. I mean, if they do got that fly, he can fly up there at any point. There's absolutely nobody really in position. And as I say, that Kaio is actually going to be trying to do her best to get up here as quick as he can, but there's Trummel. Yeah, we're in position. This could literally be a level 20 resulting
Dragon. Going to use the roaches there to deny this, and Blinks busy going to root down Arphalon. Base drop trying to grab it. Arphalon just too slow. The double hunter killer though is going to chase Blinks away. Can he get out of range? He should be fine. Arphalon gets hooked by Fury. He will chase it down. Dreadnought's there as well. The root goes down on the both of them, and we are going to see Arphalon get out of there and incubate himself back up to pretty much full health.
Full health, yeah. That's the problem with putting those on top of healer types. I mean, they can just almost shrug it off. But, you throw those on top of, Fury, you put it on top of Trummel, Equinox, they're going to have a little bit more of a bad time. Either way, that's now the second dragon coming out here for the Barrel Boys, and there's no forts here to stop them. One shot the wall, so you can get right into the back there if you really need to. And now we're just kind of dancing, putting up the damage. We got 40 seconds left on this Dragon Knight. This gate, I'm not entirely too sure this gate's actually going to go down. Base drop is just draining. He's just draining the ammo.
He's left.
Oh, he's not draining the ammo.
He's draining his internet connection. He's moving in. This is a bit risky from the disconnected Dragon Knight here. Fury is just moving in with it. Where is it going? Oh, good lord, no. This is bad for Barrel Boys. He's now playing. He's like, where the hell am I? He's trying to back out there. That Dragon Knight completely wasted. Going in, using the strafe, but cancelled by the Emerald Wind. In comes the Ravenous Spirit. But Base Drop is pretty much dead here. He did go down, and we also lost Malfurion. The worst timing on the disconnect. Devastating for Barrel Boys. Soldier, though, might suffer for chasing too far. He gets gorged and took the overdrive damage.
He might actually die.
And, best timing with the transform. We're also seeing Equinox turn around there, but chooses to blink out Trouble. Able to escape. Soldier escapes, and it was only the two we saw die in the base. Almost got the hook there. But that was the worst timing.
Base drop his hands in his head right now. Wait, no. Head in his hands right now.
Hands in his head. Good lord.
That's enough for you. Level 20 hype does come out, though, for the barrels. They got this small little window before SMG does ding 20, but now it is gone. In terms of everything else, Resurgence on the tanks, Blinks on the DPS. We do got the Storm Shield on not both of our supports. Oh, right, because continuous winds will be coming out there for the Brightwing. So nothing really out of the ordinary. That really stupidly long range Annihilating Spirit is going to come out as well. So continuing with the good positioning here from Kaio, she will continue to stack the damage, but I think we're not really going to be seeing too many more hooks on top of him.
Yeah, this is... Kaio is playing so safe now to avoid this kind of thing happening again. But... good lord, you've got to feel bad if you're Barrel Boys in this situation, but they are doing their absolute best to bring it back. They still have the XP leads. Shrines will be coming up very soon. Symbiote are going to be using this time to grab the bottom bruisers, and their easy camp is still up as well.
Look at the damage numbers between these two teams. So even coming back from side to side. I mean, right now it is Nazebo topping the charts here for SMG, but at the same time, it's Falstead with 38,000, top of the game as well. Look at that siege damage on top of
He's
it.
not even that far ahead. Yeah, I was about to say, not even that far ahead of Valor with 37,000 hero damage and 100,000 siege damage. Barrel Boys, the damage they are throwing out is incredible.
Absolutely. 100%. So level 20s from both sides. I mean, we don't really see a huge amount of games go past level 20, level 21 in the NA side, but I'm really not entirely too sure who to call it for here in this game. It's the early game. Symbiote had some amazing stuff done, and they took some really big leads. But now late game, Barrel Boys have really come into their own, and now both teams level 20. They're fully powered up. I still don't really know which way this is going to flow.
Yeah, you're a poach and you didn't know it. Right now, though, we're seeing Symbiote getting a bit of a push on this top lane. That Fort actually taking a lot of damage, and they're beginning to rotate down to this bottom lane. And they're going to run straight into Barrel Boys there. Dreadnought taking the brunt of that. Ravenous instantly used. There's the strafe from the back as well, but Emerald Wind is going to cancel that out. Very nice. And the Varag Moor was able to catch out Blinks, who will go down here. And Kerrigan also went down in the back. Base drop and Trouble just running away. Down goes Fury too. And Symbiote dominating that fight.
Absolutely. Yeah, 2 kills right there. I mean, Arthelon was so low for so much of that fight, but he was able to actually get out just in the nick of time, both times. Trummel's actually going to fly up top. He does not have anything really to worry about. But, yeah, Kaio is actually not going to be able to pick up this Dragon Knight because of those arcane arrows from base. So, yeah, we are going to prevent the SMG Dragon Knight as we're waiting for some of these respawn timers to come up. But once again, no, SMG, they're really, really good at team fighting.
Yep, Symbiote been doing such a good job in these team fights. They are ahead 14 kills to 8. And just having a look at the damage tab, they are beginning to catch up here. They're still quite a bit behind Valor and Falstad here, but looks like they're going to get a Dragon Knight, which might turn this curse. Usually the one catching out KO has been caught out by KO and is now being chased down by Soldier, but there's the strafe. Might kill off Soldier, but Soldier able to dash away and gets the speed boost from Brightwing to save him. Dragon Knight was taken by Arthelon. He will get this middle fort.
Yeah, middle fort is now going to be down, and that is all the tier 1 bastions now dead in the water. Oh, no, that's a lie. Top is actually still alive, but in fact, we're going to use the Dragon Knight to clean up this bottom lane push. Not a terrible way to go. I mean, we see that a lot with the Garden of Terror, for example, but of course you do got flower pots to do it there. Equinox is going to get caught out by that stray flame breath. Arthelon's like, yeah, I'm not going to allow you to do that whatsoever. We're just biding time because Soldier needs to kind of catch up and join the fight, but this could be a keep if SMG plays it right.
Yeah, they can play it right. Curse Fury is here, though. Sorry, just Fury. Looking for his moment to try and maybe catch someone out. There's the pump from the Dragon Knight. Tries to hook it, because if you do that in the charge up, it does cancel the pump, but was just a bit too slow. And down goes that keep. No way that is staying alive there. Dreadnought's going to be the one who gets the final blow. No deaths yet in this particular fight. And this is getting very interesting. Oh, there is the hook onto Dreadnought. He's running into base.
Yeah, no, you're right.
He is rooted. There is the strafe coming down. Dreadnought just tagging everything, though. Ravenous Spirit is being used on the core. They are just ignoring the enemy team and going straight for the core. Symbiote might be able to take this, and there's just not enough damage coming out there, which is not a thing I thought I'd say about this Barrel Boys comp. But we are going to see Symbiote taking game number 1.
Every blue team so far has won on our stream.
Owned.
Yeah, you're ready.
Ready or not, let's go.
All right, yeah. The Arthas and the Stitches. We are going to look for some big body block opportunities to keep that Tychus and Hammer safe. We do got the return of the Malfurion as well, and it's all coming down to the barrels. If they can't take this, then they will receive that lower seed.
This is indeed the case. So, ladies and gentlemen, spawning on the left-hand side in the blue trunks, it is going to be Barrel Boys looking to try and take this game back into their hands. And spawning in the top lane on the Stitches, it is King Fury. Spawning in the mid lane, on the Arthas, it is Equinox. In the party lane, we have Trommel on the Tychus, Blinks on the Malfurion, and Base Drop on the Master Skin Hammer.
I can attest that Base Drop is actually a fantastic hammer. I've definitely done a lot of games with him. Knows how to protect the hammer as well. But on the flip side, these guys are up 1-0. Symbiote Gaming throwing the mirrored into the top on Dreadnought. Soldier is sitting here pretty with the Falstead, and that leaves us with Arthalon, KO, and Mad Timmy Mad Heals. I'm a little surprised we actually haven't seen the Mad Furion coming out. It's always been taken away from him. Blinks is actually going to be the Malfurion today. And this is very reminiscent of what we saw earlier, sir. Cloud9 Vortex had a very similar early game build, just like we see on Barrel Boys.
Yep, and it's once again going to be the Sergeant Hammer versus the Nazeebo. Last time, we did see Nazeebo come on top. Wow, that was a lot of damage that Nazeebo just took there. Getting healed back up from Brightwing, but basically took a boot fire to the face and an auto attack and took a lot of damage.
Well, I mean, we got the Tychus, we got the Overkill, we got the auto attack coming out from Base Drop. Like, you can do a lot of things with this comp. And the Malfurion and the Brightwing are going to just make sure that both of them are, extremely healthy. Something that's to note here, Symbiote does have the double bribe on their advantage on a very big map like this. The mobility and those bribes, that could come out very big for them a little bit later on.
Quite possibly. Mad Timmy getting engaged upon, but able to polymorph trouble, and he has to back up. Both teams, neither one really eking out a huge advantage here. Out in this mid lane, Equinox getting bullied back into his base.
And something else, Arthalon actually has Rancor. It doesn't have the multi-shot range extension. So Rancor, I think, is actually going to land into the grenades, or it's going to be Manticore, and then it's going to be Battle Momentum. Arthalon has this weird build he likes to run with Vala, where it's like half multi-shot and half not.
Half multi-shot,
so
half auto attack. Kind of
it's either going to be Manticore here, or it's going to be the grenades, and I'm not entirely too sure which way he's going to go. It's going to be Manticore. So he does have a little bit of tank busting available to him, because we do got that double front line, the Stitches and the Arthas.
Yep, Stitches Arthas is going to be very, very difficult for them to break without some abilities like that. We'll have to see how it goes. And a very interesting build I would like to point out, but first we're seeing KO getting overdriven onto, but able to drive back Tremble and Base Drop. But the build I would like to point out is Stitches. Chew your food and amplified healing.
That's been a very commmen build today. It's just nobody's been going slam. Today we've not seen once a slam build.
Yeah, I have not seen it. I obviously haven't been paying enough attention, but this build, you never see that in EU.
No, you won't. It's definitely more of a sustain, but it also helps with the amplified healing. Also helps, with the self sustain, with the tranquility, because it's almost guaranteed tranquility coming out from Blinks. Yeah. I think at this point, everybody is coming down to the tribute, but I don't think we have the positioning here from the barrels.
They can't really get in. They're just running straight into Mad Timmy. Mad Timmy instantly polymorphing, and nothing coming down. Instant take there for Symbiote Gaming. And the first tribute is now theirs. They're also going to get a bit of a head start when getting back to the lanes, especially in terms of Dreadnought, who's going to get there a long time before anyone from Barrel Boys is able to get up there and really gain any kind of XP.
You can see the 400% hammer working on that tower. He just goes straight for it. We're going to see a lot of siege damage coming out of the Mirrodin. The hammer build is typically what we'll see, although it looks like we got reverberation, which is the attack speed reduction. But with that 400%, and then at level 7, he'll get Pierce right here.
Yeah, it's true. Yep. There is piercing bolts, so he's going to be able to double stun. He just doesn't care. He is just going to wail on this tower and take it down. Yep. It's already out of ammo. I have not seen this before. He's literally just standing next to Arthas and
it destroys 4 ammo as a note.
He's just going to kill him. Well, there's the heal and stun. No, not on cooldown.
The dwarf is very hard to kill one-on-one.
Very true.
Absolutely.
Very true indeed. So much healing we are seeing out of him right now. And there is the tribute in the top lane. And Dreadnought, very well positioned here. We're going to see Equinox go back, which means he won't be here. And he would have been the first line of defense to try and hold this off. Instead, doesn't look like Barrel Boys are even going to try. They're just going to continue working with this hammer to push down this bot lane.
Yeah, if they can take a fort and they lose out the tribute, I mean, even it's not going to be a cursed tribute, but it's going to set up very nicely for a cursed tribute, then I would call that worth. But at the same time, if you can't and you're just going to give it up, I mean, we didn't have the hit points there on Arthas. We didn't have the positioning in the bottom lane because they are trying to put up this pressure. It's not worth. Not worth 100%. We also had a bribe The Merc camps in the top here, the Giants, were taken out by one of the bribes. So that's even worse because Equinox had to stop and go deal with that. And Dreadnought is now working on this gate 100%.
Yeah, the tower is already out of ammo thanks to this. Down it goes. Dreadnought, just incredible damage right now. And he just doesn't care about this Arthas at all. Gets rooted, and he's still going to walk away. All the Venom helps, though, but the stun is going to allow him to just walk out of here and be back to base for full health. Look at that, 89 healing. 96 healing from that second win there.
It's pretty intense, eh?
That is very intense. And Arthalon moving in now to this tribute area. Mad Timmy is there with him. They are very well set up to try and take this tribute. We're seeing Sergeant Hammer and Tychus moving in though into Arthalon, but there's the polymorphs to cancel out that overdrive. The root though, going to be able to slow down this tribute, taking a bit. Where's the Moonfire to stop it? There's the stun! Moonfire not going to come out. Malfurion wiped out there from the stun.
Yep, and this is going to be a curse. 100% going to be a curse. Trummel and Base do not know what's coming for them, but they do now. That's going to be the everything landing there on top of the Sergeant Hammer. This is going to be a dead gate in the water as well. We do have 10 for the barrels, but it is not going to be near enough to save out this bottom lane. So we're going to have at least this one fort, if not two. We also already have the transition soldier going up to the mid. Arthas is doing his best top. He actually got himself a tower, but he might want to come down to his team, to kind of defend during the curse and all that.
Yeah, you got to do something. There's not really much they can defend here because Symbiote is just too strong at the moment. They're 2 levels ahead. They're about to get their level 13 talents once they've cleared a couple waves. Soldier had to back out to get a bit more health, but it's just so heavy pushing. I've not seen a Muradin played to this level in EU. It is very interesting to see, and it's just killing everything.
Yep, Sledgehammer and stacking damage is usually what you'll see for that level 1 and 4, but Dreadnought went with the attack speed, which is a good call because he's going to use it very well here. Blink's really low on those hit points. You can see him using that Tranquility in the bag. He's going to keep Fury alive as well. Equinox and Trommel just trying to stick with their healer. And unfortunately, no kills actually coming out from that fight for Symbiote. Now KO's actually going to be in big trouble. Cannot get away from that Arthas and all that damage with that Odin, with that Siege Tank in the back. Believe it or not, that actually is going to be a fight in favor of the barrels.
Yep, Barrel Boy actually pulling it back a bit with the help of that Odin. And I would like to point out, we saw pretty much everyone's ults pop there except for the Emerald Wind and, well, I was about to say except for Napalm, but Napalm's just being spammed all the time.
The Emerald Wind was used earlier to keep Falstead alive.
Fair enough, and it worked. Falstead was able to get out of that. And now we're seeing both teams beginning to take down their bosses. We are, however, going to see the Barrel Boys going to get theirs quite a bit quicker.
Yeah, because they had the positioning, they had the map presence. We were also down a team member here for Symbiote. But that being said, they're not too far off the mark, and that will put them at 13 as well. This is the big scary thing from Symbiote at level 13. Triple rewind.
Yep, triple rewind. I apparently prefer the letter W. But those rewinds, the rewind is going to be... Barrel Boys are already having enough trouble of getting caught out, but imagine getting stunned and then completely restunned. And we're currently, however, going to see Symbiote all back to their base because Barrel Boys are barreling down this lane, trying to take down everything. This Golem still got 2/3 health. Going to be doing a lot of damage. Are Barrel Boys going to stay? Nope, they are actually going to back up and play it safe. Dreadnought just didn't actually do that much damage. Oh, minion hook. Fury not able to get anything.
Look at the 13 talents here on Barrel Boys. 3 rewinds into 3 relentless.
I do not blame them. That is a good
Not
choice.
And
they're going to turn around and fight here. There is the Ravenous Spirit. There's the Shock and Awe. So much damage coming down here from Symbiote. Fury is backing up. He took Timmy with him, though. Timmy will go down. It's a 3-for-1, though. And Tychus is having to back up. Base Drop is also running away. It's Base and Trouble left, but it's Trouble who's being focused down. There's the knockback, though. Soldier might have bit off more than he can chew with this one, but he is able to take out Soldier. Basecamp running for his life, though, but he goes down as well. And that is a full ace for Symbiote Gaming. They're going to be able to grab literally anything they want. Now, the tribute is up. The enemy bruisers are up. It's the bruisers that they're going to grab first. And just to gain some pushing advantage, Malfurion is now up. But super well played by Symbiote. There's so much damage coming out.
Dreadnought leading that charge was just absolutely perfect. I mean, with that double stun and then rewind, double stun. We also had, the criterize, or the polymorph, rewind, polymorph, and then the hammer, rewind, hammer. The shock and awe actually did not really do much at all. It only kind of grazed
hit one
stitches.
Person, and that was it. Didn't really do much.
The stitches. But past that, it was all about the Ravenous in the back. The Ravenous and the Strafe. Nobody could even move with all that CC coming out from...
We can see this in the damage chart. 21,000 damage from Valor, 18 from Nazibo. Oh, Trummel's left.
Poor Trummel. Rip.
Rip Trummel.
Yeah, Rip Trummel. Yeah, 21,000 that Valor, 12 on the Falstad. Like, just massive differences right there. Nazibo, 19. Yeah, come on. Like... It's very clear where the damage centers are here for SMG, and they just set it up perfectly. Like, everybody was in this little bush. You can't do that against this kind of comp.
Yep, and we did just see Fury hook Dreadnought, and Dreadnought was just like, what are you going to do? What is your follow-up here? It just jumped away.
Stone form is going to be the 16, not dwarf jump. It's going to be the stone dwarf. So, yeah, if you thought Dreadnought was hard to kill, well, he's much harder to kill now.
Yeah. You are not going to take down Stone form. Oh, but same thing happened again. Dreadnought gets hooked, walks away. He just does not give a single dwarf toss. And he is getting ready to defend.
No. There's no time around, and no hoots were given. So we're gathering up here for this tribute. That's actually going to be finally a hook on top of a DPS on top of that squishy, but Sodra gets out. Nice double hit with the shock and awe. The Ravenous is doing work up against Blinks. Blinks is actually in big danger of going down, but Curse Fury, he's now going to be leading the counterattack. Gets
KO.
On top of
That's exactly who we wanted. Fury back it up, but he's going to go down by the looks of it. No, he isn't. Fury is still alive. He is running for his life. Everyone survived that somehow. Valor even survived that in the back there. How has no one died?
Aliens.
Aliens indeed. Dreadnought, though, has been locked down. Could this be it? Could he finally be going down? Nope, there's the stun. And he's still running.
Hook. Fury, what are you doing? Hook. Fury, no.
Oh,
Dupes? Dreadnought is now going to be activating that.
Dupes. No. Run, Dreadnought. Oh, no, that's that. Yeah.
Dwarf sandwich. There we go. I was looking for the hook. Like, the hook would have been perfect at all. But
yeah, that would have got him down. I think he wanted to wait until the jump had been used, though, to use the hook.
So that, in the grand scheme of things, that was actually, again, another fight for the Barrel Boys that, we kind of didn't expect them to actually win. They were able to survive the big burst, the positioning. They were spread out enough that, the Strafe and the Nazeebo just didn't really do the damage that it needed to. They were able to out-survive even the Dwarf. They get the kill. That's now going to be 16 for the Barrel Boys, and that was not a fight that they had the advantage on. Now that we're on the same talent tier, 3 Stone Skins come out.
They're reacting nicely. It's a huge amount of burst damage coming down from Symbiote Gaming, and we're seeing Barrel Boys react perfectly. The CC from the Dwarf and Brightwing, etc., the slows from Falstad, reacted perfectly with Relentless. The damage coming out from Nazibo, Falstad, and Valor here, immediately reacting to that with Stone Skin to soak up some of that initial damage. These are some amazing talent choices from Barrel Boys, and that is what is keeping them in this game.
They are still, however, down a level. In terms of forts, they're down 1 fort. So the 1 fort won't exactly be the big difference there. Won't be, the tell-all of it. Oh, Dreadnought. Yeah, he's going to jump, but... Oh, the double jump with the rewind!
The rewind jump keeping him alive. Equinox not going to be so lucky. He gets taken down by the shock and awe. Blinks is going to go down too. And that is a 2-for-0 for Symbiote. Just showing their dominance there. And while this is going on, there's a golem in the top lane. There's a tribute just spawned. There's a golem in the bot lane. But Symbiote seem pretty confident they're going to be able to clear this up. The dwarf, though, needs to be careful here. There's 2 people here waiting for him, but they just don't want to engage him. They're scared of him.
2v1, and the Dwarf is still winning the presence game, yeah. Now, the fun thing is, Sergeant Hammer can just play keep away while the rest of the team is going to actually have to deal with this Golem. But now that the Golem is down, we also now have those Giants as well. They're all, all of SMGs are just going to come back to this tribute. And, any kind of big engage that you could have done on top of the Dwarf is now going to be wasted. Fury is getting, not stunned, because Dreadnought whiffed. But I was going to say, if you're running away from a Dwarf, you can't really zigzag because he's going to catch up. But if you don't zigzag, he's guaranteed to hit you.
Yeah, he's going to slow you or he's going to stun you. You've got to make your decision.
Yeah, it's like, playing against, any other kind of hooker in any of the other games. It's just, you have to try to avoid it, but at the same time, he just defaultly catches up, which is silly. Dreadnought just did use out that leap, though. This could be a really good kill, but there's no follow-up for his barrels.
Yeah, and he's just used his ult there, using the Avatar rather than Haymaker, just giving him so much more survivability and some lockdown onto people.
He's the only tank.
Like Tychus. He is the tank, and he's just even tankier now. Backing up a bit, he just took the brunt of an overdrive and is still alive. And the dwarf is following into Fury here, trying to give him a life KO'd. Not going to be as lucky. Dreadnought's Avatar is gone now. He's jumped away. He's dashing as fast as he can to escape. And he does survive. And it looks like the rest of Symbiote are going to be as lucky. No, never mind.
Oh my gosh. Mad Timmy, mad heals, mad hooks, though, from Fury. That's going to actually land us again another fight we wouldn't have expected the barrels to win, because this is a curse. Look at all this map pressure coming out.
There's so much map pressure coming down. Dreadnought, when did you get down here? He's taking down the bottom keep. Can he get it? Yes, he can.
He got it.
The minions of the mercenaries giving his life for that. He snuck down there while the chase was going on and taking that down. So that is 2 keeps down for Symbiote, doing a great job of clearing all this up. And this is now going to get more difficult for Barrel Boys. They were keeping up relatively well, but losing both those keeps is devastating.
Yeah, I mean, again, the map presence is just going to go wildly here for Symbiote. Curse Fury, Equinox, Trummel, they're going to be trying to press this advantage. They might even actually be going for the kill right here, because we still have 28 seconds left on that dwarf. This is the only chance they have. I think this is the mindset that they have. This is their chance to win. They got 20 seconds till that dwarf is back up. Either they're going to get the keep and run, or they're going to go for the kill shot.
They're looking for it. They are healing up pretty nicely there. Malfurion is there, and Tranquility is up. All of their ults are up except for Arthas, but they're not going to risk it. Gonna back up. They've got what they came for. They got the keep. They've got a little bit of counter push going, which is going to make their bottom lane one they don't have to worry about as much anymore. You're going to see a couple of them be back playing it safe.
So there's no more curse tributes kind of in danger. We're at least 2 tributes away from another curse, and that's if Barrel Boys actually win it out. Not going for the core is definitely a surefire win in terms of extending this game. They're not about to immediately lose, because if they got wiped right there, SMG would just march right down and with that level 20 and just take the win. So getting the keep, yeah, great idea. Going for the core, not such a great idea, and they knew that. But, hey, the chance was there with that dwarf dead, but the timing just wasn't on their side.
Yeah, this appears to be the case, and now Tribute does come up. So we can see, and it is on Symbiote's side, they are going to be going for that. But yeah, like you said, with the dwarf down, that was their chance. They're not really going to be able to get it. Dreadnought is going to be the one-man front line here, just waiting for Barrel Boys.
You think he's hard to kill once, you got to kill him twice.
Oh, and there he goes, immediately engaging onto Fury there. Fury, taking the brunt of everything, is able to survive, though, thanks to the heals from Malfurion. Fury trying to get away. Dreadnought is getting hit by every single mine, getting very, very CC'd. Tribute did go over to Symbiote while this was going on, and Dreadnought popping his stone form to get a bit of that healing back.
Well, the kiting game came out pretty strong there from Barrels, yeah, and they found that dwarf, but they got the Avatar out of it. The Avatar and the Shakana are down. We have full ults ready to go here for the Barrels. If they can get a hook,
nope.
If they can get a hook and kill someone right now, an
actual person, not a bot.
They can swing the momentum to their favor, because they have more ults up, they have more damage at their disposal, and if they can sense somehow that SMG is going off here to do their boss, and you get a hook here on top of Arthalon, on top of Mad Timmy, you might be able to swing the game right now. We go to game number 3, but it doesn't look like the spider senses aren't working. They're not coming.
It's still possible. It is very, very possible. There is, in fact, a little hook trap spot here they could wait in, but Symbiote don't appear to care. Nope. They're just going to let this tribute go over to the Barrel Boys. And Symbiote just moving around, going to start clearing up some mercenaries, heading down to this bot golem, because Barrel Boys are a bit too busy clearing up mercenaries.
Yeah, this is the fun thing. If you get one of these bosses and the other one's still up, you're almost guaranteed the next one. But level 20 hype, Barrel Boys are now fully powered up. Double resurgence. We got the storm shield, big red button, and this is going to be a triple resurgence comp.
I'm pretty sure you are correct. Stitches needs to select that though if he's gonna have any chance.
It's either that or it's Hungry Stitches or Blink.
It's Hungry Stitches. This could be amazing.
Oh my god, it is!
This could be amazing. There's the hook. Yeah, it's a counterpult.
Yeah, but now Equinox is way too far.
Yeah, all the ults have been pretty much used from Symbiote here. And Barrel Boys all survived with pretty much full health. They can re-engage here. Tranquility has been used though. There's the big red button helping clear this golem, but a lot of ults are down. The damage ones are all up, but there's the hook onto Mad Timmy. Hungry Stitches didn't even go off. There is the Ravenous Spirit trying to do the damage, and the Shock and Awe Trouble immediately kicked out of that Odin. Base drop, retreating into the base though. There's the Storm Shield. Ravenous Spirit gets.
He's eating everyone.
He's eating everyone. How many's he got? There's Mad Timmy.
2.
There's Dreadnought.
3.
And there's Falstad. Soldier has retreated to the back of the base. KO is going to go down, but it's not going to make a difference. Falstad does go down, but it's the Golem and Dreadnought that is going to take down the core, and Symbiote moves on to the finals in a 2-0 victory.